Hello and welcome back to the channel, and have a look at this, the new BSA Scrambler 650, except I'm lying again because this is another custom build from More Speed Racing. This one is more what you would expect a BSA Scrambler to look like out of the factory, and it is an absolutely incredible piece of kit. So let me tell you what this bike is like to ride and all the custom work that's been done to it. Now, if you haven't seen my previous video with the other BSA Scrambler that I've got at the moment, then do go and watch that one first, because it will flow better into this video as I rode that one first, and then I've got straight back onto this one to ride them back to back to see what the differences really are. And even though they're the same bike, and obviously they've been customized differently, it makes a huge difference with the different level of customization. This bike feels much different to the other one, and I prefer this one actually. It's a much cheaper bike to build, but it looks fantastic. It's absolutely stunning. It's very tasteful. The exhaust is unbelievable. It sounds beautiful and looks beautiful. What a stunning exhaust. And again, this is a custom built exhaust for this bike. Now, you can have them built by More Speed Racing for yourself, and they are beautiful, brilliant exhaust, work of art. And when you start these bikes up, they have a very characterful single-cylinder engine, and it's not much like anything modern on the market today. It feels like a classic motorcycle, and that's what I love about these bikes. You have to let it warm up for a couple of minutes before you blip the throttle or put it into gear and drive off down the road. Oh, just seen an Ineos Grenadier go past. You don't see them about. It's the new sort of Defender looking thing. Very nice. Yeah, you have to let the bike idle for a little bit, let it warm up before you set off, or it will just cut out. But that's one of the things that I kind of love about this thing. It is a beautiful work of art to ride and to look at. I've just received these boots from our channel sponsor XL Moto. Now, these are Ride&Sons boots, and they are absolutely brilliant. These are the nicest boots I've had, and they're so comfortable. These are really, really comfortable. The most comfortable boots I've had to ride in and to walk in. Now, they are brown leather, these ones, and they do loads of other bits and bobs, and there's loads of brands on their website which you can check out, but these are excellent. So if you're looking for a new pair of boots, I definitely recommend these. They're reinforced for the gear shifter, and they've got a zip on the side, so you can take them on and off without having to undo the laces. So please do check them out through the link in our description. I want to say a big thanks again to More Speed Racing for sending me these three custom BSAs. They are unbelievable. They really are top notch, and they know what they're doing when it comes to customizations. Now, he sent me a list of all the bits and bobs they've done to this bike, so let's get into it. So starting from the forks, moulded fork tubes with ultra bright Coleman Atto indicators, so they are nice and hidden away. That's the best design of any indicators I've ever seen on a motorcycle. Really, really impressive what they've done there. Polished stainless steel exhaust, which was made for this bike. Unbelievable. Really love that exhaust. Speedometer and tachometer angle kit. So they've made a bracket that angles the speedo and tachometer to the rider, because normally on the Gold Stars they are flat, and this is much better and easier to read, so that's really good. Radiator cap, anodized black. Billet subframe tail light brackets with ultra bright Coleman Attos on the back as well. It's got Scrambler under tray and rear fender, just like the other one. Scrambler front fender and mounting hardware. Again, I would get a bigger front mud guard and make it just a bit bigger, so that when you do go off-road you get less mud on the radiator and etc. The headstock cable stay, side mounted plate with LED light, fork brace which was made by More Speed Racing just to give the forks a little bit more rigidity, paddock stand axle blocks, engine cover and fuel cap sticker kit, bait style LED tail light, which looks excellent, really old school and nice and blacked out, looks really cool. Horn relocation kit, Pirelli Scorpion Rally STR tyres. These are really good tyres for on and off road. Black braced Scrambler handlebars. These handlebars are excellent. They're really nice and wide, so for me I find them really comfortable and a nice riding position, really sort of aggressive stance. I really like that. Then you've got these Bitwell handlebar grips on there, which are Vans grips. These are really nice, and the sort of grip is like the bottom of Vans shoes. I really like that. Then you've got rubber fork gaiters. Again, they look really nice. Aluminium headlight brackets, black leather Scrambler ribbed seat, which is excellent, nice and comfortable, really nice and plush. And then you've got the black powder coated engine covers, throttle body covers, clutch and brake levers. Now, all of that they've done to this bike comes to approximately £3,700, including labour. So that's pretty good for all of that. Obviously you've got the cost of buying the bike as well, but considering the amount of work that's done to this, I think that's a pretty good price, you tell me. After I finished filming with the other Scrambler, I headed into the beautiful town of Uppingham in Rutland to get some lunch from a bakery, and I sort of sat near the bike outside, and as I sat there for about 15 minutes, 3 or 4 people stopped to talk to me about the bike. It's the most interaction I've ever had when out riding a motorcycle, and I think the way that they've done these bikes is extremely tasteful and true to what BSA is, but they've really enhanced the bike and made it better in different ways. So it's a bike that people can appreciate, old and young, and it's just an unoffensive, beautiful bit of machinery. Now, with the sort of American custom bikes like Indians and Harley Davidsons, they tend to offend people a lot. I don't know how or why, but people seem to get a bee in their bonnet about any kind of slightly unusual motorcycle, and then they sort of throw out every cuss word they can think out of behind the keyboard. Never in real life. I've never had anyone say things in real life, but you get loads of comments hating on the bikes. Now, I don't think we'll get so much of that with these. You tell me in the comments below. It'd be interesting to see if people are rude about these bikes, but I think they're very tasteful and beautiful machines, and it would be very hard not to like them. It's been too long since I rode a BSA, and these are right up my street, you know. I really, really like this bike, and this one in particular is doing something for me. I really like it, so I could see myself on one of these. I really could, and it's sort of connected with me actually. I love the noise it makes, the vibrations it makes, the sound of that big single, and the way this bike handles is fabulous. This one handles nicer than the other one because the tyres are a little bit better on the road, it's a little bit lower down, and your feet are in a better position, your hands are in a nice position. So you can really throw this bike around, and it's great. It's a really rugged bit of kit. So you can have so much fun on a bike like this, especially in the countryside, because you've got all these narrow, twisty lanes, and you can really just ride this bike at full throttle and get everything out of it, and that's so fun. Whereas when you're riding these other bikes that are really fast, like I've recently rode the Triumph Trident, and that's not even that fast of a bike, but it's too fast to open it up most of the time. So you find yourself riding at maybe 30% of what the bike is capable of doing. Whereas with this, you can just absolutely hare it around the country lanes and have so much fun, because it's much more fun riding a slower bike fast than it is riding a faster bike slow. That's my philosophy anyway. Now, I enjoyed this even more than the standard Gold Star because of the Scrambler customizations, it just makes it even more rugged, and on these bumpy lanes it just soaks up the bumps so well. And it's nice to know that you can just bomb it down a green lane if you fancy it. Now, it's not a motocross bike, but it certainly could handle most of the sort of light byways around here, and it'd be great fun, I can tell you that. Now, it's pretty wet and muddy down those lanes today, so I've not really done any off-roading. I've not done anything on this one, but I did like maybe 200 meters on the other Scrambler, and the main reason for that is because these bikes are going to the XL motorcycle show in London for probably next week, I think. So I don't want to get these bikes too mucky to give the valeters at More Speed Racing too much of a hard job. So I really am impressed with these bikes. They are unbelievable, and this is really something that I would put my money on, I can tell you that. This has really made my day today, actually. It's a really fun bit of kit, and it also puts a smile on other people's faces as well. So if you want to see more bikes like this and any other make and manufacturer, let us know what you want to see in the comments below, and make sure you subscribe for plenty more videos coming up.